8 years, maybe even 25 years before the Revolutionary War. Built circa 1750, the mill was essential to the economy and the development of German Valley. Welcome to the Obadiah LaTourette Grist and Sawmill, listed on the state and national registers of historic places as a contributing property in the German Valley Historic District. When you were coming from Chester into German Valley, it was one of the first buildings that you saw. For much of its history, it was one of the most successful businesses in the village, grinding grain and producing flour and animal feed. Originally powered by two internal water wheels, the mill was converted to turbine power in the 1870s. The milling operation continued until the 1940s. From the 1940s to the late 60s, Dr. Eugene Blass lived in the building, but that is a story for another time. Under the Secretary of Interior guidelines, the period of significance is 1750 to 1940, from when it was built until it ceased operation as a mill. Under Criterion A, the mill tells the story of grain and flour milling over nearly 200 years. Significant is that much of the equipment and machinery are still in the mill. Under Criterion C, reflects vernacular architecture of the 18th century evolving to ones influenced by the detailing found in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The south facade. The portion to the right is the original mill. The west wing was added in the 1850s. The granary, often mistaken for a garage. The east wall. The intake arch at northeast corner as it is today. This is a good place to stop for a moment and speak to the biggest challenge facing us in restoring the mill. River churning. It has eroded the mortar and weakened and undermined the foundation. This effect appears to be pulling the mill building in a northerly direction. In addition, the intake arch also lacks lateral thrust, causing the arch to separate, thereby contributing to that pull. Many of the mortise and tenon joinery is pulling out because of this movement. Emergency stabilization to the foundation was done in 2018, as well as the arch. This appears to have temporarily stopped or slowed the movement. There's more information on this action on our website. Standing inside at the northeast corner, remnants of the original dam and one of two breaches caused by a storm in 1939. The north wall, or the riverside. The west wing addition. The west wall of the original mill section. Facing north, looking over the turbine bay, directly in front of us is a roller mill, which replaced the use of millstones, or runs as they are called. The turbine bay with the Hurst frame. The run sat on top of it. The intake arch in the turbine bay. Let's head down into the turbine bay. The Hurst frame with two original turbines. The drive shafts extend up to the third floor. A clearer view of the two drive shafts. On top of the Hurst frame, looking up, you can see where the belts attached that powered the machinery. Let's head up to the second floor. Facing the south wall, east walls to the left, sistering of members, keeping as much of the original as possible. Now facing north on the second floor, looking at the northwest corner, or the downstream side of the building. Facing northeast, you get a good look at the drive shafts. Let's quickly head up to the third floor. The third floor in the west wing is similar to the second. We have catalog parts and equipment stored here. Note the bagging frame to the left. Rare to have one, but we're lucky we do. Our last stop is the north wall of the original structure on the third floor, the termination point of the drive shafts, open to the elements.